Hi, everybody. I don't know if this is working. I hope this is working. This is my first live stream. I'm going to throw some chats on. All right. And welcome to Tell Your Story. We're going to do some writing sprints today, and I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I'm Paul Stressner, and I host a podcast called Gen X Journeys, and it's about reinventing yourself. A lot of us Gen Xers have been stuck in a rut, and a lot of us want to are starting to find our passion. So I just want to show that it's never too late, and you can just chase them whenever you want, and now is the time. And also, I also known as Journey of the Road Runner. I'm running a race in all 50 states, and I've done 13 so far. And I completed my first marathon this past year at the age 55. So it's so exciting, and I'm actually writing a memoir series about it. And let's see, what else am I doing? And I also got a master's degree in creative writing, 'cause I've had a passion for writing all my life, and I fell away from it, and then I finally got back into it when I started blogging. I took that first step and started blogging in 2010, and then the flame just kept growing and growing, and I just couldn't contain it anymore. And I went back to school and got my master's at Sigma Tau Delta, which is the International Honor Society for Writers. So I'm very proud of that, and I just want to share some writing with you. And a lot of us don't take the time. It can be really tough to schedule things, and we have these projects that we really want to do. So we really need to carve out some time and make ourselves a priority. I know there's a lot of distractions like the phone and TV, and we got a lot of stuff going on in our life, but I just wanted to carve out a little time for us to concentrate. And what I'll do is I'll set a timer for 20 minutes. And if you're on here now, feel free to chat. I want to see if my chat is working. And I'm not sure if it is. And that's okay. Oh, I'm used to podcasts, so I don't like dead air. So I this recording will be available afterwards. So away we go, and you may be coming here to work on a specific project, or if you don't know where to start, I have an exercise you can do for that. So I'll tell you about that. But if you're working on something, I'd like to hear it. So you can go ahead and share it in the chat. Yeah, I'd be interested. And me personally, I'm going to be working on that memoir series. I was saying I'm almost done with my first draft. I probably have only like a few more chapters left that I want to get done, and then I can get to editing it. So I'm going to get some work done for that. And if you just need to take that first step, even if you don't know what you're want to write about, there's an exercise where you could do just free writing. So you get a pen and paper, or you could just type on the keyboard and just type whatever words come to your mind. Just keep going, even if it's I don't know what to write. I don't. You can just repeat it over and over again, and eventually the words just come to you. It's amazing how that works. So yeah. So if you have any questions, let me know. And I'm going to set the time for 20 minutes. And if there's anybody here, and then I'll come back, and then we can see what progress we did, how you doing. So I'm going to go ahead and set the timer now. Good luck, everybody. I'll see you in 20. And we are back. And I think I'm still by myself here, but that's okay. If you're watching this later on, you can leave in the chats how you did it on that first sprint. I did pretty well. I got probably like half of another chapter done. Maybe I'll be able to finish the chapter by the end of this night. So that's exciting. And then let me see. Yeah, this is what I would ask you how you all did. So again, if you're watching on the recording, but right now I'm all by myself. Wah, wah. That's okay. When I have million viewers down the road, I can look back at this and say, "Oh, I had nobody watching me on my first one," but that's okay since there's nobody to talk to. I think we'll just that that screen with the counter that was supposed to have graphics on it, so I'm not happy about that. That was blank, but that's okay. I'll see if I can fix that for this one. All right, we're gonna step back into another countdown. So let's go for it and good luck, everybody. And boom, we are back. How'd everybody do? And I had success anyway. I actually just finished another chapter. I finished my chapter on my Colorado race. So I'm thrilled about that. Oh man, I'm so glad I'm doing this. Even though there doesn't seem to be anybody watching, it's good for me. Hopefully, I'll have more people here next week. But like I was talking about, just start writing. I wanted to do these writing sprint live streams, and I'm just going for it. Whether or not this was a success or not, actually got the technology working, I think. So that's a success. So I want to thank everybody that watches this later on. And I'm going to keep on doing this and we'll build our audience. And I hope more people join next time. I prefer interacting. So it'd be nice to be talking with somebody instead of just looking at myself on the screen. So, but we'll see what happens. Either way, I'm just going to keep going because this worked out for me. I made some progress. I'm going to finish this book this year. So, well, definitely going to finish it this year. I want to get it published this year. So, here we go. And good luck on all your writing, whatever you're working on. And thank you so much for checking me out. Oh, hi, Kay. Yay. You're my first comment. Working on my. Oh, thank you so much. What are you getting your master's in? Yeah, I'm so happy if this helps you. You're welcome. I'm just going to keep on doing these things so you can join me every Thursday at 7. That's so exciting. Yeah, thesis pretty tough. You got to do a lot of research. You can get your writing done. So, oh, nice English lit. I love it. Yep, yep. I got my master's in creative writing. Did a lot of literature in that. Studying World War I, nursing literature. That is so awesome. Do you have are there any favorite stories you have? And do you have a goal of when you're going to finish it? Is there a specific time when you have to finish your thesis by? Yeah, I'm lucky for my degree. I didn't have to write a thesis for that. The last class I had was so tough. I had to design a teaching program, which was not in my wheelhouse, but I got it done. Yeah, the diaries are awesome. It really brings you back to that time period. It's like what I watched the oh no, I forgot his name, the one that does all the documentaries. He did the one on the Civil War, Ken Burns. And yeah, so interesting when they do readings from the diaries from Civil War people. I love all that stuff. I love history. I love English. Yet yet I'm a computer programmer for a medical software company. So, so I went to math and science instead of English and history. And English and history is my passion. So we'll see. Hoping to graduate in May. Yeah, that's coming up real quick. Yeah. I like editing, yeah. And I also do some editing work. So yeah, feel free to reach out to me if you want some input or anything. You can reach me at paul at genxjourneys.net. And yeah, I'd be happy to look at it for you too. So yeah. And if anybody's working on anything like me to check out, go ahead. And I'm hoping yeah, maybe with by the end of the month I'll finish my first draft. Yeah, it yeah, the medicine and tech was interesting at first, but I've been doing it for almost 30 years now. I'm so burnt out, but yeah, I'm looking to get in a writing career. So yep, so we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll be a writing coach. I feel like I'm being called to do that. So yeah. And I love writing. I love reviewing work. I edited one of my personal trainers books, how, how to find a personal trainer or a health coach. So I edited that. So I'm on Amazon as an editor as well. So but yeah, this is my passion. And I'm just going for it now. I'm taking these steps. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's so crazy. But right now, asking, oops, right now, I'm working on a memoir series. I'm running a race in all 50 states, and I call it Journey of the Road Runner. I spell road like Rhode Island. So, and I've done 13 states right now, and I'm going to write a book for every 10 states. So I have enough for my first book. So I'm getting that done. I also like writing fiction, and I've actually have a short story coming out too. I should have mentioned that earlier. I'm going to be part of an anthology called Born to Risk um, by Emilio Roman. He's an awesome friend of mine. So this anthology, Born to Risk, and it's going to be the inaugural Veterans Edition. He has the book series. Oh, I think I have it with me. See if it shows up here. Yep, says Born to Risk. So there's going to be a Veterans Edition coming out in August, and I already submitted my story. So it's going to be chapter 15 in that book. So that's about my time. I served in the U.S. Navy, and I went to the Gulf War. So I have a short story in that. But I'd also like to dive into more fiction, more short stories. One of my favorite things to do was outlining a story. I had no idea what I was doing as I was outlining. The story was just forming in my head. So it was amazing. And of course, I love the nonfiction. I love research and everything too. So we'll see where this road takes me. All right. And looks like this hour is almost up. So yeah, thank you so much, Kay. And thank you for anybody that watches the replay. And I plan on doing these every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern. It'll be a lot of fun. I'll get more and more comfortable as I go along. This is the first time I've ever done this. Oh, yes, you're right. Um, that's one of the perks. I I got the idea when I was running. I was coming back from a major injury. So as I was running, I got the idea. I love traveling, and maybe months earlier, I had learned that a lot of races support charities, and I was also blogging at the time. So I figured I'd combine the my writing with traveling and supporting the charities, and it just clicked, and it's amazing. I've gone to states that I had never been to before, and it it's so fun. The people are so proud of where they're from. I just usually travel by myself, and I talk to strangers and they get so excited when I ask about the area and everything, the pride shows, and it's really exciting. I love it, and I know there's just like so much division in the country and everything, but that's like if you stuck online and watching the news, but when you go see people in person, you find that we have more in common than everybody thinks or the media would like you to see. So yeah, I just love being around the people and it's so much fun. And I'll be writing about that. So my memoir is also going to, be kind of like a little bit of a travel book too. And I like going to the restaurants that are local. I don't go to chain restaurants or anything. So I usually go to Yelp and see get some I go to some really good places or I get some recommendations from local people there. One fun story, what I did a race in New Orleans, and after the race, somebody told me to go to this restaurant around the corner. They have great, I think it was I don't know if it was fried oysters or something. They have the best. So I went there and it was packed, but there was room at the bar. So I was eating at the bar and I was sitting there and then I turn around and who's sitting at a table? Rick Springfield. It was crazy. He was with I don't know if it was a PR person. He was with some guy. And so and I happened to have the same waitress as him. So I was gonna ask the waitress to ask him if it was all right if I went to say hi. And then all of a sudden, about 7 women went over to him and were taking pictures and everything. They just went right up to him. He had just finished eating too, and then he, like, scrammed out of there as soon as he could, so I didn't get to meet him in person, uh but yeah, that was a fun story. Yeah, yeah, everybody that I've seen is really good, especially in the running community, and then just and then I talk to people that aren't runners, and I tell them what I'm doing and everything, and they love it. So, and they tell me all about places. Um, yeah, New Orleans. That was the first time I ever went to New Orleans. That was incredible. Um, yeah, that was probably one of my favorite places. My every race I do, I feel like it's my favorite one. But I was just writing about one of my favorite ones. I went to Colorado because one of the things that was special about that is I have family out there. My grandparents had moved out there, and I have an aunt and uncle and cousins that live there. So I and I hadn't been there in wow, what was it almost 20 years at that point. God, I hate doing math at this age, but yeah. And it was so much fun. And then when I was there, Journey and Def Leppard happened to be touring and they were playing in Coors Field. So the night of the race, I went to see them and the Pretenders opened for them. Such a great time. So I just wrote about that. But I had to run a few times during the week to get used to the air because it really is thin. It's like breathing through a straw. But the race in I loved New Orleans. I loved the energy, and it happened to be during Mardi Gras. It was actually Mardi Gras 5K that I did, and I didn't realize that there were parades all the time. I just thought the Mardi Gras. I thought it was just a parade the day before Ash Wednesday, but they have them all weekend and all day and all night, and they all have different themes. So I had people there telling me all about it and filling me in. People on the floats actually pay to do that, and they all throw stuff out to the crowds, and they actually buy the stuff themselves that they're throwing out, like all the beads, and they throw out little toys and everything. So it was very interesting. But then the race itself was super boring. It wasn't in New Orleans itself; it was like on the outskirts, but it was just down a main road with strip malls and everything. But yeah, that was a great experience. And it's really tough too because the touristy area is all nice and everything, but I had gone outside of it and it's still a mess from Katrina, and that's how long it's been. And it's still roads of there's like huge holes and concrete all up in the air and everything. It's crazy. It really needs to be fixed up. All the housing there and everything is such a mess outside the tourist area. So I feel bad about that, but that was one of my favorite trips. Yeah, I've had quite a few fun places. Delaware was another place that I went to, Bethany Beach, that I had never been to before. Never heard of that Bethany Beach before. So that was a lot of fun. You literally run on the boardwalk of the beach and the cute little coastal town, and everything was great. So yeah, this has been such a fun ride. So I'm enjoying writing about it and reliving it. And luckily I was podcasting and blogging about it at the time, so at least I can refer to my notes. So that's a good tip too. If anybody plans on writing a memoir or autobiography or something down the line, it's good to keep journaling, so that way you have the information that you can, go back to. Because then I stopped blogging and then I started podcasting. So now I'm at the point where I have to go to the podcast to, to get the information. So, yep. Okay. I think I'm going to call it a night. And thank you so much, Kay. And thank you again for everybody that's watching. And good luck in writing and have an awesome week and happy new year to everybody. This is going to be a killer year. So let's go for it. We'll see you next